Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of DC Collectors Weekly. This week's sort of a busy week. We had just a little bit of collectible news, but we also had a lot of DC Fandome news related to movies and video games and just a little bit of TV. But I'm going to talk about the collectible aspect of this past week, but I also want to hit on some of the movie news just to give my thoughts on it and the video game stuff, and we'll save that till the end. But let's go ahead and dive into the collectible news. First up this week was the fact that, yes, DC Fandome happened this week, and they had a little sweepstakes, some giveaway stuff, and it was a very hard sweepstakes to enter because as soon as Fandome started at 1 p.m. Eastern time, I hit the sweepstakes site and I had to refresh and I had to refresh and I had to refresh and I had to refresh. It took me close to an hour and a half just to get entered into the sweepstakes. But this sweepstakes was awesome because you had the chance to enter, to win a Lego minifigure Supergirl. Now, this is the Supergirl from the CW TV series Supergirl, and it's limited to, I want to say, around 1,500. I think it might have been like 1,459 or something like that. So this is a pretty limited edition Lego minifigure. So crossing my fingers because they said winners will be announced within 5 days, and that was, like I said, yesterday. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Also, breaking around the same time was the fact that Amazon released the official photos and pre-orders for a slew of new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. Now, a lot of this stuff we saw back during Comic-Con when McFarlane had their McFarlane Con, but now we have a chance to pre-order this stuff. So among those were the Rebirth Flash. This is the single carded one, not the multi-pack with the Red Death, I believe. This is just the regular Rebirth Flash. Now this, from the official photos that we're looking at, it is a fantastic looking figure. I'm so excited to get this, and plus, it's not just another Batman action figure. This is somebody outside of the big three. And let's face it, outside of Green Arrow, everything has been related to the big three, which is Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Now, Green Arrow from the Arrow TV series must have been a fluke. I don't know how he got chosen to be in that first wave, but he did. But now we get the Flash and the Rebirth Flash. The only thing that I will say about this one that I don't really like is the chest symbol. And if you look at the images, the chest symbol sticks out from these official images. The chest symbol sticks out just a tad too far for my taste. It looks kind of corny. The way it just sticks off his chest so much. It looks good on a Batman who has or Superman where the chest symbol covers a good portion of the chest. Batman the same way. But when it's the Flash and it's just like right there in the very center and it doesn't take up much room and it sticks out that far, that throws you off a little bit. But that one was $19.99, and I will say that within a few hours of these going up on Amazon, they were gone, sold out. Pre-orders sold out. I got every single one of them, but I didn't get the Robin, which makes me really sad. They're up for pre-order on GameStop, but you got to pay $5 extra on GameStop, so I'm still debating on that one. Then they showed images of the Dark Knight's Metal Batman figure. Now, this is the one with the axe that you've seen on some comic covers before. Just kind of an iconic look for the Dark Knight's Metal miniseries. And this Batman looks absolutely awesome. I can't wait to get my hands on this one. He also comes with the Merciless arms, both arms. So he's part of the Build-A-Figure wave, and that will be our first Build-A-Figure wave from McFarlane Toys, which I'm excited about that as well. They also have the Superman the Infected. This is a very cool looking Superman. You know, he's got that Joker look to him. He's got the ripped cape that really looks awesome. I don't like the way it's kind of the cape is sort of blowing into the wind. I wish it was just straight down, but it's McFarlane. They're going to stylize some stuff, which I'm not real big fan of. This one comes with the Merciless's legs, both legs and two hands. Then we have the Azrael in Batman armor from Batman Curse of the White Knight. This will make an excellent addition to your White Knight collection. I think a lot of fans have been wanting this one, especially after they saw the Batman and the Joker and the Azrael. You have to have this one. He looks just absolutely phenomenal. Again, this type of figure is right up McFarlane Toys' alley, in my opinion. And you can't go wrong with something that looks like it would fit in the Spawn world, which that's where his toy company came from making all those Spawn toys back in the day. Next up is the Batman Who Laughs Sky Tyrant with wings. This is another cool one. To me it looks like it's a just a redo of the Batman Who Laughs figure that we got in the very first wave, with the additions of the wings on the back and a few little sculpting details on the chest that may be just a little bit different. Again, this one is part of the Merciless wave, and he does come with the Merciless's head, sword, and what looks to be like shoulder pads or something. Then you have the Batman Hush Joker. Now, again, this is a reissue of a figure, so to speak. It's the Joker Arkham Asylum body with a different head. This is a Batman Hush type head, and he does come with a crowbar, nice touch, and a gun. And I can't tell because I don't have the other Joker figures like right here beside me, but I believe those might be different hands. So probably the hands are different as well. But again, just another cool rendition that, I don't mind when you take existing figures and retool them just a bit to make something new. So I've got no problem with that whatsoever. I like it, Uh, Then they have the Robin Earth 22 Dark Knight's Metal action figure, and this one is part of the Merciless Build-A-Figure, and it comes with the torso and waist. Now, this is the one where you're going to have to buy 3 Robins to get all 3 heads. Each figure comes with a different head, so you're going to be going through whatever comes to your Walmart or to your Target, and you're going to have to find all 3 figures. Right now, to be honest, I'm probably just going for one, just so I can get the Build-A-Figure part. Depending on how cool it is when I get it in my hands, I may go for all 3 just to have it in that diorama. If I decide to build something out to pose them. So who knows? Who knows? Also, I did see as just a few minutes ago, Deathstroke went up on Walmart.com but was sold out. There were no official photos, just a standard DC Multiverse logo sitting there. And so be aware that that one is coming very soon. So keep your eyes out on the pre-orders on Amazon and Walmart, because these things just tend to pop up. And right now, DC is so popular, and this this McFarlane DC Multiverse line is so popular. You're going to want to just kind of keep your eye on things to the side here, because when they come up, people are going to order them fast, and they're going to sell out. Next up, Diamond Select Toys announced that they are going to be releasing their Emerald City Comic Con, which Emerald City Comic Con was, canceled this year, and they had an exclusive. I think this was actually Diamond's first time going, and they didn't get to go because COVID-19. But one of the cool exclusives they were going to have was a Emerald Knight Green Lantern Vinnie Mates figure. Now, you've probably seen the Vinnie Mates before. They're similar to like Mini Mates, a little bit bigger, PVC. This particular one's Green Lantern, and he is translucent green all the way through. So I like translucent stuff. I don't know why. Maybe as a kid growing up, I translucent figures just appealed to me for whatever reason. So yeah, I'll be trying to find this one for $9.99. You can't beat it for $9.99. I mean, come on. You're gonna add this cool 4-inch $9.99 Vinnie made Green Lantern figure, and there's only 250 of them. So if you can find it, definitely go ahead and snag it because you're gonna want to get it. Then on the day of DC Fandome, right before it hit off, right before it kicked off, there was the announcement of an exclusive Lego set. This Wonder Woman um, diorama set. It features Wonder Woman, Cheetah, and this civilian on this little bitty diorama that you can build that has 2 walls, a base, a tree, or something like that on it. This one is limited. I want to say this was probably going to be for San Diego Comic-Con, an exclusive for that event. But since that didn't happen, they probably just put it in their pocket, saved it for DC Fandome, and released it on Lego.com. Haven't checked lately, but it still might be up. This one cost $39.99, and it was only 250 pieces, not edition. Don't get me wrong, but that had 255 Lego pieces in it to build. Now, these two, the Cheetah and the Wonder Woman minifigures were already released in the blind packs for DC Comics superheroes a few months ago. So if these are not brand new figures, I think the diorama itself is new. So if if you're not interested in getting that other stuff, well, you can go probably buy those minifigures by themselves for a lot cheaper. And the last bit of news comes from Medicom, and they have released official images of their MAFEX Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, Batman, and Kerry Kelly Robin. Now, I've seen the Batman before, but a different version. This is a blue version. The previous version was more of a dark gray and light gray kind of color tone to it, and plus it had the big black bat symbol on it with some claw marks through it and stuff. This is the oval symbol and the traditional gray costume with the blue mask and cape on it and underoos or whatever you want to call them. And he also comes with a cool big yellow belt, yellow pockets around his upper thigh. No details on how much this is going to cost or when it's going to be released, but it is promising that they have already released official photos of these things. You can check them out here. MAFEX items seem to be really, really nice. Little on the expensive side for the size figure you're getting. I mean, you're getting Batman's like not even 6.5 inches tall. He's more like 6.2 inches tall. Kerry Kelly Robin's more like not even 4.5 inches tall. And typically you're going to pay, $60 to $100 for these things each. So is that really a good deal, especially when you're comparing it to something like McFarlane Toys? I don't know, because you're paying $20 for those and you're getting a very, very nice action figure. But if I do get a chance to snag this one, I probably will. If it's for a good price, I'm not going to pay full cost on this because that'd be ridiculous. I'm not made of money. All right, so that's it for the collectible news. Now let's talk about the awesome news that was revealed at DC Fandome. First of all, we'll start with the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer. It was a brand new trailer. It sounds like the movie's still coming out in October in theaters. Theaters are just now starting to open back up, letting people in. Right now they're limiting the seating in the theaters, but it's going to be interesting. I don't know if this is such a good idea for Warner Brothers. I don't know. It just seems to me that in this time of uncertainty, to me it seems like Warner Brothers just take the loss and release this thing digitally. Release it straight to home video. I know people are dying to see this, and I know people want to see this in theater. Release it digitally. Let the fans watch this thing. I mean, it's been delayed over and over and over again. Let the fans finally watch this thing. Then release it in theaters after the fact. After everybody can go back to the theaters, let's release it again. Make even more money so we can see it on the big screen the way it's supposed to be seen. Oh well, the official trailer, the second official trailer came out, and it was our first look at Kristen Wiig as the Cheetah, and not too shabby from what I saw. And again, the CGI looked a little iffy on the Wonder Woman Cheetah fight part, but I'll reserve judgment until I actually see the whole film. You know, I mean, surely this thing's in the can, and they're not needing to do any other work on it. But still, I just wasn't that impressed with the CGI for that particular scene. With some cool jokes in there with Chris Pine and the '80s parachute pants joke. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. I'm interested. I'm still interested to see how they're going to bring Steve Trevor back from death. Sounds like Maxwell Lord has some kind of he's some kind of wish fulfillment kind of guy. Maybe that's how. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Next up, Warner Brothers Game Montreal debuted Gotham Knights. Now, this is another addition to the Batman Arkham series. To me, I think they didn't come out and say it, I don't believe, but it takes place in that same universe, and it takes place sometime after Batman Arkham Knight. And in this one, sadly, it sounds like Batman's dead, or he dies right at the very beginning, and it's up to Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Batgirl to take up the mantle and protect Gotham, which I think is kind of a neat idea to take Batman out of the picture. Of course, this has got the Court of Owls in it. I don't know that Batman's actually dead. To me, it's when you're introducing the Court of Owls, it may be that they just did some kind of either the Court of Owls is hiding him out, or they did the same thing to the Talons. To him, they do to the Talons, put him in the coffin, put him to sleep for a few years or whatever, and he'll come back at the end, surprisingly, or the Bat family will find him. I don't know. Interesting game, comes out next year. Looking forward to seeing more of that. They did show some gameplay with Batgirl and was it Red Hood, I believe, fighting Mr. Freeze. That looked really cool. So I'm semi excited. Next up was the Flash panel, and oh my gosh, they showed this image, which, this, the way they set this up was, here is a look at concept art of Ezra Miller's new Flash costume. Well, that looks good, but who was that standing behind Ezra Miller? Michael Keaton Batman. Yes, and they confirmed that that Batman built Ezra Miller's new suit, and when they said that, Michael Keaton Batman was behind Ezra Miller's Flash, so you can only assume that Batman built this suit for the Flash. This is going to be awesome. This one is going to, I don't even know how to describe how excited I am for this. This thing, now Ben Affleck's coming back. Also, it's been confirmed that he will be back as Batman in this film as well. So you got Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton Batmans. Sign me up. Take my money. Here I am at the theater waiting to watch this. Awesome. This has me super excited. I'm super excited to see this movie. Next up, the Suicide Squad panel. Much to my delight, this made me really excited to watch this. I'm super excited because they're taking like less than, what kind of, you have A characters, B characters, C level characters, and then you have the Suicide Squad characters. People like Polka Dot Man. Did you ever think you would see Polka Dot Man in a movie? Really? I didn't. And now I gotta watch him because he looks absolutely cool. Mongal. Really? Ratcatcher 2? Peacemaker? TDK? Come on. This has got me super pumped up. And did you see the Harley Quinn outfit? It looks like it came straight out of the comics, man. That thing was bad to the bone. This movie seriously has me pumped up, and this whole time I was thinking Idris Elba was going to be playing Bronze Tiger. Nope. Bloodsport. Wow. Superman 4. Go back and check out the Byrne reintroduction of Superman, and check out issue 4, Bloodsport, Shot Superman. Awesome book. Had it when I was growing up. And that character really stuck out to me. Never thought in a million years that I would see him in a DC movie. This is just going to be bonkers. So I'm super excited for that. They released behind the scenes kind of look at some stuff, and I wish it was a trailer. I honestly wish it was a trailer. And I mean, the Batman is coming out after Suicide Squad. It had an official trailer, and it's only shot like 30% of the movie. Suicide Squad's finished shooting. Please let me watch that. And I'm going to mark it down and say the Weasel looks very cool, and I hope he steals the show. Alrighty. Then we had an excellent surprise DC Comics panel, and this was about Milestone Comics coming back. I'm super pumped for that. This panel actually, it was a surprise panel, and it might have been one of the best panels of the day, because who doesn't want to see those Milestone characters again? There was even talk that they're in talks for a Static Shock movie and another animated series or TV series. Oh my gosh. Jim Lee, I must say Jim Lee is the man. He is getting things done at DC at the moment. He single-handedly brought Ezra Miller into the Flash TV show to create this bigger multiverse. And now he's bringing back Milestone Comics. Come on, Jim. You're doing it. You're doing it. Alrighty, then we got what I think everybody was waiting for, was the Zack Snyder Justice League panel, and we got an official look at Zack Snyder's Justice League. Words cannot describe that trailer. It's night and day. The visuals in that thing are night and day above and beyond what we saw in that craptastic theatrical version. And I'm sorry, it's craptastic. That movie is so horrible. That's another discussion for another day. This is awesome, and it really makes me want to see or hope to see that Zack gets his shot at a sequel to this and bringing back everybody and letting it ride on HBO Max, because I think he deserves that. After all he's been through, yes, he's getting to do this, and he's doing it for free, people. He's doing this extra work for free. Let him make his sequel. Put it on HBO Max. Let it ride. Then we had the Black Adam panel. And boy, did he tease some stuff. So we got concept art of what Dwayne Johnson's going to look like as Black Adam. We know that the JSA will be in there, and the 4 members of the JSA that he actually revealed: Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher. Now we know Atom Smasher is going to be played by Noah Centineo. Noah C. That's what I'm going to say. We know he's going to be Atom Smasher. We don't know who the other 3 are yet, but I'm excited to see Hawkman and Dr. Fate. Really see who they get for that. But The Rock did tease a little something. He had that wink, wink, nod, nod kind of look when talking about Superman. And there's always been this little thing between Henry Cavill and Dwayne Johnson about, getting those 2, Superman and Black Adam, into fisticuffs one day. This might be it. This might be Henry Cavill's reintroduction into the DCU, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Then there was a Shazam panel, and it was funny. Not much was released. They did release the name of the movie, which is Shazam! Fury of the Gods. And kind of confusing. Sinbad may or may not be in this movie. Yes, the Sinbad from the 90s. More than likely, he will probably be in it, I imagine. But it was a very funny panel. I'll admit, it was short. It was like less than 10 minutes, but it was pretty funny. So I'm looking forward to that one too. So then we got an announcement of a brand new game coming in 2022. Really, you're going to announce it now? I got to wait all that time, because the visuals look really good. They didn't show any actual gameplay, but they did show some video that they, that will be in kind of like a setup video to kind of give you the story. But this is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And basically, the 4 members of the Suicide Squad that you can play are Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, King Shark, and Deadshot. And of course, they go through this little battle, talking to Amanda Waller, taking out. You can't really tell what's going on. Maybe it's Brainiac. I think it's Brainiac drones attacking some city, maybe Metropolis. And Suicide Squad goes in there, and you think they're in there to help clean up this. But no, they're actually there to take out a singular target, which is not Brainiac. Turns out it's Superman. But this is not very good guy Superman. Something's happened to Superman. He's either been mind wiped or something. Something has taken control. This is evil Superman. And they're going to have to take him out. You know, it's the same people, that, again, Rocksteady, that I believe did Arkham Asylum. Is that right? I don't know. You'll tell me if I'm wrong. But super excited to see the gameplay, the mechanics of this, to see how it plays, because the story looks good so far. And yes, I know this, another bad Superman. They did that in Injustice. But hey, come on. Multiverse, you can do a lot of different stuff. And then finally, the panel that I think most everybody was waiting for was the Batman panel. And Matt Reeves came out and he talked for a very long time. But some of the things he did say, he's very invested in this film. He's done his research on Batman. He was a fan of Batman growing up. Batman's in his DNA. I think this movie is in very good hands. Then they drop, especially after they drop the trailer. Man, you watch this trailer, and if you don't get goosebumps, you don't get hyped up, something's wrong. Now, my one beef with this thing, I wish they would do something with Pattinson's voice as Batman. You got to hear him say one thing, I'm vengeance. But it wasn't like a Kevin Conroy Batman. It wasn't like a Ben Affleck Batman. It wasn't like a Christian Bale Batman. Wasn't even Adam West Batman talking. It almost didn't sound, I hate to say this, not masculine enough, but not deep enough. It didn't match the tone of what you're seeing on screen. It was more like Michael Keaton Batman to me. When you look at those other Batmans that I mentioned, you see big, bad, brutal, and intimidating. When you look at Pattinson, you see all that until he opens his mouth. And then I think that sort of goes away. And even my kids, 2 girls, said the exact same thing. They actually said it before I did. I was thinking it. I wasn't going to say it. They're the ones that said it. And I'm like, okay, you may have something. So I wish they would do something a little different when he's Batman, modulate his voice or something. And again, they've only filmed 25 to 30% of this movie. So they could end up doing that anyway. I don't know. All right, so that's all I have time for this week. Thanks for watching DC Collectors Weekly. You can check me out each and every day on DCCollectors.com for the latest DC Comics toy and action figure news. And you can find me on all the social media sites at DC Collectors. Peace.